Hey guys, welcome to the Real Deal Unmasked.
This is our first sit-down session, and we're going to be talking about the importance of forgiving.
So, we're going to discuss the 7 key points that helped us in our marriage in the word forgive. F, figure out what went wrong.
O, open your mind to understand what went wrong.
Or, reflect on what happened.
G, get ready to discuss what happened.
I, invest in each other and agree to move forward.
V, vow to never look back.
And E, endure each other until the end. So we're going to go a bit deeper in the word forgive. We need to understand that everybody messes up. No one is perfect. It's important to figure out what went wrong.
Right. Because at the end of the day, what's key to a relationship is trust. And in order for that trust to be built, we have to establish what the challenge is or what the issue is.
Absolutely.
We have to have a conversation, sit down and have the conversation and say, listen, this is what the issue is, so that we can know how we can move forward.
But you know, a lot of persons are not able to handle that. A lot of persons don't even understand how to get to that point. So it's very important not only to figure out what went wrong, but be willing to have an open mind to discuss how it went wrong. What do you think about that?
That's key. I mean, because if you want to have a conversation, then you got to be willing to hear what the next person has to say. So you have to go into it with an open mind. You can't go into it being judgmental.
It's very important not just to have an open mind, honey, but to reflect on what caused it to happen. Touch on that for us.
Yeah, that's key. I mean, it's important for you to sit down and have the conversation and understand how did we get to this point? You know, how did we get to what is the reason we got to this point? Is there something that I didn't do? Is there something that you need help with so that you don't do this
No, that's
again?
powerful.
So these are some things that you have to take a look at. These are some things that you have to consider, and also you have to reflect beyond that, because in order to establish a relationship, you got to reflect on how your relationship was before this problem happened.
Absolutely.
So that you can bring into it an understanding of, hey, that we are at an impasse. There's an issue that occurred. We need to resolve it, but we need to go into this with an open mind and understanding that, hey, we were at a happy place before this issue happened, and we can be at a happy place after this. But right now, we're dealing with this particular issue, and in order to resolve it, we have to have these conversations.
Yeah, but it's also important that we are ready, we're mature enough to put our cards on the table
Right.
and discuss it, because you know some things are really, really, really deep,
Right.
and it's difficult to have the discussion. So it's important that we are ready to throw everything out, unmask, and be willing to touch what we sometimes think is the untouchable.
There's no such thing as an untouchable thing in a relationship.
Yeah, a lot of people think that.
If you're in a relationship with this person, you're living with this person, you've already exposed your life to this person. So what conversation can you not have? So you should be able to have a conversation about anything. A relationship should be based on friendship as well. So you have to be willing to give criticism, constructive, and receive it. And that's what it's about. No one's perfect. Understanding that, hey, we all make mistakes, and it's important for us to improve our relationship by having these conversations. Sometimes it hurts. The truth hurts.
Yes.
But I rather you tell me the truths that you don't appreciate about me, so that I can work on improving me.
Absolutely.
Vice versa.
Yes, because a lot of the times we end up telling a girlfriend. We end up telling
Our boys, we go out having a drink and we saying, well, this woman this, or, you know. So you can have those conversations with other people. Why can't you have it with the person that you're having the issue with?
Very important. And also we gotta remember to learn to invest in each other. The same way how we did, you know, when you guys said when you first dated,
That's good.
that should never stop.
That's good stuff.
And especially if you end up messing up, this is the time now to pull everything out of the world.
Yes, because remember now, relationships are built on trust. And if you're to a place where you're having a challenge with forgiving, that means the trust is broken. So in order to have that trust restored, you have to make an investment. You have to make an investment in your relationship. You have to make an investment in each other. You can't continue on the way that you normally did. You have to go back to the basics. You got to spend more time.
Back to the basics.
Because if you're now at the place where you're dealing with forgiveness, that means the trust is broken. So to build that trust back, you got to invest more time. You got to put in some more time. You got to spend time with that person. You got to show love like you did. So you got to make an investment in your relationship.
But a lot of persons, with experience, they mess up.
Right.
We mess up, and we just feel that the other partner should just forget, and move forward.
Right.
It's important to understand that, like my husband just said this now, if you know that you have to rebuild trust all over again, it's vital to do what it takes to make it work. It's vital to invest even more into each other. And another thing that we always say, and my husband will tell you, you have to learn to vow to never look back.
Right. That's critical. If you're looking back, then that means you truly have not forgiven that person.
No.
So if you have the conversation, you identify what the problem is, you identify the solution to the problem, and you say, okay, I forgive you. Then if you forgive someone, if they make a mistake in a different area,
Come on now,
you can't bring that old problem back up.
But you know people do that.
Them.
Come around day.
That same thing comes back up.
20 years ago, and if you really love each other,
right,
you should not be willing to give up on each other so quick. So enjoying to the very end until death do us part. Early on in our relationship, we've experienced infidelity, and it was heartbreaking for me.
And it was a time when I stepped out in the marriage and I created a challenge. So there was an instance where I definitely had to work hard to get her to forgive me.
And it was hard, but we decided that we're going to move forward and not look back, and we made it work.
And if we can get over it and we can fight through it and our relationship can survive to this point, so can you.
I know that you're probably wondering, why do we feel that we're qualified to speak in your lives? Not only do we have 29 years of being together, we have life experience.
And we're also certified marital and premarital and family counselors.
It's not easy to stay in a marriage and be happy. Anyone could be in a marriage and pretend that they're happy, but not everybody can stay in a marriage and really be happy.
Here we are!
Early on in our relationship, there was an instance this.
Sis?
She's funny.
It's just... Early on in our relationship, they will be... He will be...
holding his face.
Like you never know, pull up.
Thanks for watching,
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
and hit the notification bell.